Hello, I'm Casey Miller from the Door County Community Foundation. Here with me today is Kate Markwardt, the Supportive Housing Program Director at Lakeshore CAP. To help keep struggling Door County residents from being evicted from their homes, the Emergency Response Fund partnered with Lakeshore CAP to offer an expanded rental assistance program during the global pandemic and the resulting recession. So Kate is here to talk a little bit about the assistance program. Kate, what kind of assistance are you able to provide at this time?
Sure. We have, with a generous support from the Door County Emergency Response Fund, we are able to provide rental assistance to households that have been impacted by COVID-19. So what that means is that if you have had job loss due to COVID-19, or if you have not been able to start your job in the seasonal work of Door County, we would be able to provide up to $3,000 or 3 months of rent towards those costs.
Can you tell us a little bit about the application process and how that looks?
Sure. Lakeshore CAP is located at 131 South 3rd Avenue. So you could either pick up an application there. It's also available on our website for download, or you could also contact our agency, either phone or email, and an application can be mailed to you as well, emailed or faxed. However you need to get it, you could certainly contact our agency to get an application. Once you receive that application, it's a lot of information to fill out, but it is all information that we need to help determine eligibility for either this funding or from other funding that we have in place that comes from the state and federal government. So we need to collect all of that data to determine eligibility for a variety of programs. It would also be helpful that when you are filling out that application, if you can provide some additional information from you. We're asking for income information, income from the last 30 days from the date of application. We're looking for checking and savings account balances from the last 30 days. That helps us determine eligibility for the program as well. If you have an eviction notice, provide that to us as well. There's a moratorium in place right now, but after that moratorium ends, if you get an eviction notice, absolutely submit that as well. If you're receiving food share and badger care or state benefits, we'd like to see those. And then finally, we do require a valid written lease, and we require IDs for all household adults and social security numbers for everyone in the household. That will help us determine eligibility faster if we get that information up front. However, if you don't provide it, we will request it eventually if you are potentially eligible for the assistance.
Kate, how long does it generally take to get a decision regarding eligibility?
Sure. The applications are reviewed in the order in which we receive them. Sometimes it can take up to 2 weeks to get a written determination. It shouldn't take that long, but we anticipate a high volume of applications due to the current crisis we're facing, so that may delay things. But certainly within 2 weeks, you should absolutely know if you are eligible or not eligible.
And you touched on it a little bit, but what specific information needs to be provided to make that determination? Is there just a quick rundown you can give us?
Sure, absolutely. Well, one of the main thing to know for this particular funding is that the job loss or the inability to start your job has to be due to COVID-19. So this is not, this is specific to the pandemic. So most importantly, we need a verification of that, either a statement from your current or previous employer letting them know or letting us know that you weren't able to start or that your position ended as a result of COVID-19. So I want to make that very clear. But then again, we're looking for income information. Lakeshore CAP is a community action agency, and we receive some state and federal funding. And so within our sort of agency guidelines, we have to look at income information to make sure that you fall below certain income limits, as our mission is to provide assistance to more low-income households in the communities that we serve. So we want to look at income that you've received for the past 30 days. We want to check your savings and checking account balances. Again, we are not going to penalize anyone for saving, but this this funding is geared towards those individuals and households that have not had the ability to save or have exhausted their savings account in response to having to pay bills with reduced income. And again, quickly, an eviction notice, if you have that, food share and badger care statements, if you receive those, not everyone does, but then again, a valid lease, so a written lease, a contract between you and your landlord, and the IDs for the adults and social security cards for everyone in the household. And then the other thing too is to verify the COVID-19 piece of this funding. If you would get a signed statement from again, from a current or previous employer, just indicating that the job loss was due to COVID-19, that will really speed up the processing of your application. Once we determine eligibility, then you will get a phone call from a case manager, and they will kind of talk with you a little bit, kind of explain the process to you. And then the payment is made directly to your landlord. So that's where, we'll get some additional information from you, find out exactly how much your rent is, how much you're behind, that sort of thing. But again, the payment is made directly to your landlord.
All right, Kate. Well, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to share that information with us. It's a lot of information. If anyone wants to learn more, they can visit rentreliefdoorcounty.org. Or, Kate, can they reach out to you directly if they have additional questions?
Sure. The Lakeshore CAP office is currently closed to the public, but they could reach our Manitowoc office at 920-682-3737. That phone number you'll get a voicemail, but if you leave your name, phone number, and address, someone is responding to those voicemails quickly and regularly, and they will be able to either forward me any questions that you might have or send you an application that you might need.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Kate. We're all in this together, so we're all going to get through this together. If anybody who's watching would like more information on the Emergency Response Fund, they can visit www.responddoorcounty.org. And as I mentioned earlier, if you'd like more information on the Door County Rental Assistance Program, you can visit rentreliefdoorcounty.org.